Claudia. Welcome to the third week here at Blue Moon. And this week we're going to be covering two chapters in your handbook. Chapter 3 deals with ethics and social responsibility, and Chapter 4 deals with the external marketing environment. Let me just tell you a couple of stories that I think are pertinent here. First, in terms of social responsibility and ethics, I have in this memo the pyramid of corporate responsibility, and I think that's a good way to look at businesses and what it is they're trying to achieve, at what level they're operating. And in that pyramid, the base level, the most important level, an essential level, is that you must be profitable. No business will stay around if they're not profitable. So that's the first order of business. The second order of business is to be legal. Now, many of you think, well, we can't be profitable if we're not legal, but yes, you can. Unfortunately, there are many businesses that remain profitable but are not legal. Two examples. One was Bernie Madoff, who for years and years and years ran a very profitable business investment company out of New York, and he was operating completely illegally, but making lots of money at it until he got caught. Another example that maybe is a good one or not, it's true. If we could somehow make selling of illegal drugs not profitable, it might end. But many people are in business selling illegal drugs, making money, but operating illegally. The next step up is that of being ethical. So that's closer to the top. And that is, think of that as doing what is right. So allowing your employees to work full time rather than forcing them to work 35-hour work weeks so that you have to give them insurance, but instead letting them work 40 hours a week, giving them insurance. Now, some people may say, hey, that doesn't matter to me. But for others, that is what is right, the right thing to do. And the very, very top of the pyramid is doing good. So philanthropic giving. And boy, I think our very own HEB has really made a name for themselves in the last couple of weeks by giving. They certainly have gone above and beyond giving in the Houston area, and that's a great example of corporate social responsibility in terms of philanthropic gifts. So giving back, doing good, as it's also called. So you've got being profitable, being legal, doing right, and doing good. Those are all different levels at which to work. Now, the important thing about ethics to remember is your ethics and my ethics are different. Your neighbors are different from yours. So ethics are personal, and they're also situational. Your ethics may change throughout your life. They may change depending on what's going on one day in your life. So ethics are personal and situational. It is important, though, for a company to think about the ethics of their target market. Anyway, Chapter 3, ethics and social responsibility. Chapter 4 deals with the external marketing environment. And I love watching this play out in society and in business. The external marketing environment are the things outside a company that affect the decisions and the success of a business. So if you remember the SWOT analysis back for Cirque du Soleil, the O and the T, the opportunities and the threats, are things that are going on in the world that affect a business. So there are actually 6 of them, and they are social. So things about people, our beliefs, our values, demographics, so how old are we, how educated we are as a society, technology, political and legal, and competition. So, did I leave out economy? Economy, that's the 6th one. So all of those things are operating along, and they affect what a business has to do, or decisions a business has to make, or how successful are they. Let me talk a little bit about McDonald's. You're going to get to work with McDonald's in regards to the senior market, but let's talk about McDonald's in terms of baby boomers. And back in the day, McDonald's had Happy Meals with toys and French fries and hamburgers. And you know what? They've had to make some changes in that. In California, they have passed laws, that's political and legal, saying that, hey, McDonald's, you can't put toys into the Happy Meal because that associates food with fun and makes kids eat too much. But everywhere, once a few years back, McDonald's had the option of healthy choices. You can have milk and you can have apples instead of fries and sodas. But people kept choosing the fries, and McDonald's wasn't really wanting to promote apples so much as they wanted to give people healthy choices. And mamas were saying, our food's not healthy. McDonald's needs to give our kids healthier food in those Happy Meals. And so a couple of years ago, McDonald's added apples to every Happy Meal. So you can get fries and apples. Okay, another change. When they rebuilt the McDonald's at Valley Mills and Wooded Acres here in Waco, did you notice that they completely removed the playground? And instead, they now have computer games, video games inside the store. Now, why did McDonald's do that? Why did they go away from the play structures? Well, it's because our children play differently than they used to, and they don't play outside as much, and what they're interested in are video games. And so to meet that change in society, McDonald's has changed play. Also, there is more concern. Parents in the last 20 years have become hyper vigilant and very worried about their children. And they look at those play structures and say, oh, there could be germs in them and there could be bad people in them. And so parents are much more concerned than they used to be about their children and what might happen to them. And so parents didn't like them. McDonald's does away with the playgrounds. So that's a few external factors and how McDonald's has changed just their marketing toward kids as a result of changes in the external environment. We'll be discussing these. Your creative meeting will be regarding Six Flags and how the external environment has changed Six Flags. I do want to note that we have a little overtime work. So rather than one quiz, you have 2 case study quizzes. One will be treated as extra credit or overtime work. Hope you have a great week. Let me know if you have any questions. Bye-bye.